We're back!
Hello?
Hello, Georgia and Daniel Show listeners. This is
Georgia.
and Daniel, and we are hopefully going to be back for a monthly podcast. I know we've heard from a few of you that would like more regular updates about our adventures of our life from a different angle. And so the Georgia and Daniel Show is back. We've got a new podcast cover out. Hopefully, wherever you're listening, you see. And we're going to be talking all about Daniel's Frigid
January.
Right here on the Georgia and Daniel podcast, episode 88 starts now.
I didn't know that you had a crush on me. How did I never see all that we could have been? High time we turned the pages, start a story for the ages. High time we got it going, got it going on. No, it's never easy for people who love anymore, but we gotta try, 'cause you and I were meant to be. I love you, baby, and I know it takes more than words to show it. You are the
Welcome back to the Georgia and Daniel Show. My name is Georgia from Georgia's Kitchen Show and Dan's Cutest True Love.
My name is Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com and Georgia's Cutest True Love. Coming up on episode 88, Daniel travels to Savannah with his mom.
And Georgia and Daniel competed in Special Olympics, Illinois, regional basketball tournament.
Young Sheldon is a genuine and funny show.
We both will talk about the frigid negative degree temperatures.
Georgia talks about the recent snowstorm.
Georgia will talk about her winter season sports.
Episode 88 starts now. Folks, we did not plan that. We did, for those of you listening or watching this episode, we did have a little blooper wheel that I don't think anyone's going to see that, the blooper wheel.
No.
Maybe sometime I should do an Instagram live and then you can see our blooper wheels. But anyways, we're back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to you too.
To the pod. Georgia put her glasses on because I kind of told her that she should. And to get some hot coffee here. And I mean hot coffee. After a little pre-show. I'm not going to get into the details. Okay. A little pre-show coffee explosion. That was not on the show notes, but a cool pre-show coffee explosion because everybody likes a little Sunday morning coffee explosion.
Yeah, sure. For some people who drink coffee.
I was thinking sometime, you know what we should do? What's the coffee shop that's down the street from? That's down the street. The local.
It's called Koopy Coffee.
We should try to do a live podcast there. Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah.
You know what we should do is we should tag them on this, and we should slide into their DMs and see if we can do a live podcast with them.
I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome. So hey, folks, if you guys live in the What town is this? Should we say it? Forest Park.
This is Forest Park.
So if you guys live anywhere in the Forest Park, Oak Park area, we're not promising anything, but if you actually let us know. Georgia and Daniel at specialchronicles.com or DM us on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia, and let us know if you would like a Georgia and Daniel live podcast.
I would definitely agree to that.
So we'll see. You guys stay tuned this year because maybe we might actually do a live podcast. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think that could be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, awesome. We'll have to get the other equipment out, the mixer and the
soundboard.
And the soundboard and 2 microphones instead of us this is the mobile setup.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm gonna grab my notes app on my phone because should we kick it off with the beginning of January? Oh, you know what we forgot to add onto the show notes?
What?
Somebody had a
Oh.
I think it's better if you say it.
Okay. At the very beginning of the
middle of.
Okay, sorry.
The middle.
In the middle of January, somebody just had his 35th birthday.
Who is that?
That would be my boyfriend Daniel right here.
And who is that? Folks, if you couldn't tell, I think our listeners probably kind of figured that out.
Yeah.
But hold on, folks. I want to give a shout out to any of our new listeners. Because I was telling some coworkers at United about the do a little wakey up for the computer. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. You might have to kind of move that little thing here. Okay. Sorry, folks. We got the show notes on the TV here. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a little shout out to some of our new listeners. Because I was also on to some coworkers at United about not only the Special Chronicles podcast, but the Georgia and Daniel podcast. And so, to any of you new listeners, welcome. Welcome to our new listeners.
Welcome to our listeners.
New listeners.
Sorry. Welcome to our new listeners.
We're glad you're here. If this is your first episode, or even if you are a relatively new listener, hopefully you guys can binge listen to 88 episodes that chronicle our relationship from when we first met, when we were friends, all the way to now.
Yeah.
So go specialchronicles.com, click on listen, and then the Georgia and Daniel podcast. And again, if you are just listening to the audio podcast and you want to watch us, go to specialchronicles.com, click on watch, and then you can watch. There we go. Anyways, let's should we go? So we'll kind of we'll come back to that birthday, the 35th birthday. But first, I've got some pictures, and I just saw. So I went out of I had pulled up that notes on my phone here, but I went to Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah, Georgia.
And isn't that just a great name of a state?
Yeah, that's not how I got my name, but it's one of my favorite states.
How did you get your name? You know what we should do? I mean, I don't have the soundboard, but I wonder, do you think it would work if we, like, FaceTime your sister? No, I mean, not FaceTime. What was I saying? Call? And, like, put it on speaker? Do you think the listeners would hear that? At the end? We don't have to. Okay, anyways.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. But I was going to try to display some pictures, but I'm just going to point you guys to if you want to see pictures from my trip to Savannah. I put some up on Instagram at PodmanDan, PodmanDan at PodmanDan, and you might have to look back to the I think it was January 6th through the 9th, I believe. And so if you look back to the beginning of January on my just go back a few posts on my Instagram, and you can see just a few pictures, a few artistic pictures on my Instagram at PodmanDan, PodmanDan. But with that, do you want to hear about some highlights from my trip?
I would love to hear some.
You wait, I'm sorry, I don't think I listened for you.
Sorry, I would love to hear some.
All right, so I'm going to give you the highlights. So we began on Saturday, January 6th. We flew on standby, thanks to United's employee travel benefits. Yeah, and after some morning Dunkin' coffee at get some coffee at the airport. And by the way, I have to say this is the first time that my mom and I, on standby, we were able to get upgraded to first class. I mean, it was a small plane, and so the funny thing, the interesting thing is, when we got on the plane, I was wondering, where am I going to put my coat? Usually you would put it in your seat with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom and I looked behind our seats. There was a coat rack on. I'll have to show you a picture. There was a coat rack in first class. And so we were like, well, first my mom was tickled from the coat rack, but it was pretty nifty in first class to get a coat rack. So I enjoyed a second cup of coffee on the plane. After a little mechanical fix-a-roo and the little de-icing, we were on our way to Savannah. We flew in first class. Long story short, coming back, we flew in the last bathroom class. Wait, hold on. Should I not say that? Oh, wait, hold on. The last one. Okay. Anyways, I said it fast. Maybe listeners won't.
Okay.
Anyways, what was I saying? We land. Then there was like a little tourist table at the Savannah airport. And so after I think my mom asked a question, and then we got an Uber to the hotel. Oh, by the way, I have to say, my mom booked the hotel once we found out that we had seats on the plane. She booked it at the airport because we didn't know if we were going to get on, right? Okay, so we got to the airport. The hotel was the hotel. It was a Hilton hotel, Hampton Inn, I think it was, in Savannah. The historic district of Savannah. And then we took a walk along I think it's the Savannah River. Is that it? Maybe. Okay, anyways. And then you've heard of Biddy and Bow's Coffee, right?
No.
Biddy and Bow's Coffee. I thought you were there.
Well, I was there.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, so for those listeners who do not know, Biddy and Bow's Coffee employs 400 people with disabilities like Georgia and myself at I don't know, 18 locations. So just you guys can go to BiddyandBowsCoffee.com and find a location near you, or look them up on Instagram, and you can find out more about Biddy and Bow's Coffee. But anyways, that was the only local coffee shop that we went to. And then so we went there in the afternoon.
Nice.
And I talked with the manager of the Biddy and Bow's Coffee in Savannah, and it was nice. So maybe we can try to do a podcast sometime. Anyways, then we went for kind of a late lunch, early dinner. We went to Trailer Park Double Ride Dino, and this was our Uber driver had recommended this place to eat. And there was a movie that was playing in there that we ended up on our last night watching it at the hotel. On the last night, we ended up renting it on Prime. But there's a movie called, I I think it's Midnight of Good and Evil. It takes place in Savannah, and yeah. So anyway, so we ate at Trailer Park Double Dino. I'll try to kind of rush through this recap. Then the next day, Sunday, we had breakfast. Then we walked to the Savannah Cathedral. I think it's the Savannah Cathedral Basilica, St. John the Baptist, for Mass. So we went to church on Sunday morning. Then we walked back to the hotel, and I put a toilet emoji.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, moving on. Then we went concierge. Molly. Oh, by the way, I was wearing one of our Disabled Voices Matter hoodies. By the way, listeners, if you want any of our merch, go to specialchronicles.com, click on shop. Anyways, okay. The concierge at the hotel, she was an amputee, and she was like, "I love your hoodie, Disabled Voices Matter." So, anyways, so we took this the old Savannah Tools hop on and off tour bus. It took about what did I say? It took 1 hour and 40 minutes for the full overall tour from beginning to end. 1 hour and 40 minutes. So we took that once around, right, to kind of get a kind of a full tour, and then after that, then we decided to kind of hop on and off. Where was it? Okay, I'll just kind of go on. Oh yeah, it was recommended on the old Savannah tour. Oh, little did I know, just a couple of weeks after we went there, I helped somebody at the airport in Chicago check in, and he told me his friend actually owns the old Savannah Tools. Yeah. Anyways, okay. But anyway, so we went to this English pub. It's called Sixpence Pub. Julia Roberts. There was a movie with Julia Roberts that it doubled as Boston. But anyways, the Sixpence Pub in Savannah. If you guys are looking for a good either pub or place to eat, I've got a whole bunch of other notes. Do you want the computer is gonna? Let's see what else we found out about the Macy School, which was the founder of the Girl Scouts of America. We went there. We also got a tour of the Owens Thomas House and Slave Quarters.
Very cool.
Then we also went to Forsyth Park, which is the most photographic park. It is 1 mile long, and it's the Central Park of Savannah. Forsyth Park. That's one of the pictures I posted on my Instagram, folks. Again, at PyManDan on Instagram. We toured the Thomas House with slave quarters, which this dates back to the 19th century, and also back to the 1830s. What else? Then we walked to Biddy Mills Coffee, again, the only local coffee shop that we supported. Then we, hold on, I backtracked, but hold on. We went to the Sixpence Pub, then we went to Madison Square, and so after the Sixpence Pub, we walked to the Madison Square. We took the trolley to Forsyth Park, and then we walked to the Thomas House with slave quarters, which was a 1 hour tour. And then we walked to Biddy and Bowles Coffee to have some coffee and to eat. I think my mom and I each had a Rice Krispie treat. I enjoyed the Sundance coffee at Biddy and Bowles. Okay. Let's see what else. Then Monday, on January 8th, we woke up, had breakfast. We went to the Telfair Art Museum, which the Telfair Art Museum in Savannah. It's a really small art museum, but I really liked it because each piece of art told a story. Just like today, we watch movies and TV shows, and like that's for entertainment. and we read books. But at the Telfair Art Museum, each owl tells a story. So that was really interesting. It was the first museum in not only the U.S. I mean, it was the first. The Telfair Art Museum is the first museum not only in the U.S. But I can't read my notes. The Telfair Art Museum is is the first museum not only in the South but in the U.S. founded by a woman, Mary Telfair. It was her home that was turned into a museum. So that was interesting. The owl tells a story like we watch TV. Then we walked around, took it to the Macy Heritage Center. The dot, D-O-T-T, dot, is a free shuttle. Those two different, like those, like I think it's like green and purple. Those two different dots, and each dot basically goes in a loop. Then we found out on Monday night that our Tuesday flight on standby was canceled. So I texted my manager, and it ended up being where we had to rebook ourselves. So just to make sure that we would get on, we bought a ticket at home, right? So my mom and I did a UA20 discount, plus used miles plus money for flight home on Wednesday morning. We think this is a show us ready at home, so the 2 seats from the last row. We flew first class to Savannah, and we expected to fly bathroom class home the last row. Okay, maybe I shouldn't keep repeating that joke.
No.
Okay. Wednesday, we flew home from Savannah to Georgia. So we woke up at 6:05. The alarm. We finished packing and got dressed. We had breakfast. Again, toilet emoji and toothbrush. Called the Uber. We arrived at the Savannah airport around 8. I think it might have been close to 8:30. My mom wanted to get the 2 hours early, but anyways, we boarded the flight. We left at 10 a.m. and we got back. I think we left like 6 minutes early, and we arrived back about 15 minutes. We landed 15 minutes from when we were supposed to. So I made it back an hour before my shift started. And that is the recap of my trip to Savannah. I know I kind of did a little quick recap. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. Babe, did you enjoy that recap?
Yeah, actually, I think that sounds a lot of fun that you spent time with your mom.
Yeah, that was fun. Quick weekend trip. It was for my 35th birthday, so that was the first weekend of January, and then January 14th was my 35th birthday. And that also kind of goes into this frigid -degree weather that we had. But I basically just spent it at home. Yeah, I just spent it at home.
Yeah.
It was because it was cold outside, and yeah, so that's how I spent my 35th birthday. Didn't want to have to do that much since it was cold outside. But that week, what did we do?
Well, he came here to my place
Before work.
And I surprised him with a Polaroid picture.
Well, we should put that up on our Daniel and Georgia Instagram.
Sure.
Okay, we'll try to put that up.
And then I surprised him with his favorite flavor of cake, which was a vanilla bean cake.
Oh, that cake was good. I was thinking of like, should I bring it to work? But there was only a little bit left, and I was like, this vanilla bean frosted cake was so good. I was like, I can't share it with anyone. No, I mean I shared it with you and my mom, and a little bit with my dad, but like other than that, I didn't want to share it with anybody else.
Yeah, and I just had a great time seeing him again.
Yeah, it was good. 35. And then a few weeks ago, you had posted a picture of side by side of when we're 21 and 35. And can we put that on our Daniel and Georgia Instagram if you haven't? Have you done that?
I still have it.
No, but I mean, did you put it on our Daniel and Georgia?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, if not, we should.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like, boy, do we look old. Boy, do we look old. You guys, have you ever seen a picture of yourself when you're 21 and then 35? I mean, come on.
To me, I think that both he and I were completely different. To me, it's just about the hair that I had. I had long hair. He had.
I had a little bit more hair.
Yeah, but you had like.
I've got it.
He had like on top of his head.
And now look at me again. If you guys want to see, specialchronicles.com. Click on watch. And you can see. Look at that. Look at that lack of hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Then what happened then?
And then both he and I and all of our teams competed in the Illinois Regional.
Yeah, Special Olympics Illinois Regional Basketball Tournament, and this was just for our Region C.
Yeah.
Both of our teams played at the same time.
Yeah.
Hence why I couldn't find you until after we were getting our awards, because we got our awards at the same time. But what did I tell you last night? The reason why I couldn't find you, I was like, I was trying to ask you what coat you were playing on, and is it the one that looks like a basketball coat?
Yes.
I don't have my sound effects, but is it the one that looks like a basketball coat?
Yes.
Don't they all look like a basketball coat? No,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the one because with the wood flow, those look like an actual basketball coat instead of that one other one across the hall doesn't look,
Well, actually, a gym is just a regular gym. And
yeah, but the one that looks like a basketball coat.
Well, that is actually from the field house of a gym. That's totally different.
Wait, which one are you talking about? The one that looks all gray?
Yes. Some of the gyms that have
that gray one is not really a gym, right? I mean, it's not a basketball court.
As I just said, it looked like a field house because I've seen a field house before. So
okay, but I was in the one that looked like a basketball court.
Yeah, and I was on the other side. So if you guys,
can you shut the? Go on, and then you can.
And then the reason why we were on two different courts, they have this huge white cotton sheet. It has to be divided on both of each courts. Yeah,
and what I found was really neat, and my two games just happened to we lost both games, so we ended up getting fourth place. But what was really neat, and I don't know if you saw that on the way you played, but like up above the court it looked like a professional stadium. Like those like did you see that?
Yeah, so actually, I was watching my Go team, and they had a jumbotron.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And that second game, we should have gotten 2 points that I don't think we got, but it was 20 minutes left of that second game. 20 minutes left. The other team had a free throw. And of course, throughout the game, I think nobody really actually made the basket for the free throws, but the other team made 2 baskets, and that's how they won. We could have got third. We could have. We were so close. I don't know. I think overall this season, I don't think my team's doing that good. Our record is like 2-3. 2 games we won, 3 games we lost. That's okay. It's still fun. It's like what my coach says. The most important thing is having fun.
Yeah, but there was also one of my favorite quotes from my favorite movie saying, "Win or lose for teammates," and that was from my movie. My favorite movie was High School Musical.
And movie that we saw last year, Champions, in which I've interviewed Madison Tuflin
I think I remember that.
when I had Madison on the podcast again. Okay. Let's move on. Let us move on. Let's get to the movie review at the end. Let's quickly kind of get through the next topics and let's move the TV show to the end. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it kind of goes along with what we previously talked about, what has to do with the weather.
Yeah.
The frigid -degree temperatures that we had in the Chicago area.
To the best of my knowledge, I mean, I love snow. It's just I hated the degrees. Like I can't
Yeah, I
seem
know.
to handle it.
I think it must got into what, like -40?
Even below than that, it was like -1.
No, -40 is even. -1 is higher than -40. -40 is like even below -1. It's
Okay.
so it's 0, the -1, -2, -3, all the way to -40. -40 is even less colder than -1.
Okay.
Anyways, I still went to the airport to work. It was you know.
For me, I had a hard time managing for myself to Twitter shows, but it really wasn't that bad. I did a few things. I walked pretty much most of the time. And then the best part was actually relying on my coworkers to take me home.
And I also had asked my manager if I could start a little early and leave a little bit early, just to kind of help get through the negative frigid degree temperatures. Hence the title of this episode, Daniel's Frigid January. Folks, can you tell how good we are at saying the same thing at the same time?
Yeah.
This has been Daniel's Frigid January.
I love that part.
Isn't that awesome? Okay. Let's quickly get to a couple of the topics that you want to. Anything else you want to say about the frigid negative degree? No. Let's move on.
Actually,
What?
so actually, I posted a weather app on Instagram for myself. Please check it out. I am Weather G, and then I talked about what you can do in a snowstorm.
That's on your Instagram?
Yeah.
Which is?
At Georgia Peach.
No.
Blah. Oh, God.
It's in the show notes, folks.
Yes.
Just look in the show notes. SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia and Daniel podcast and look for episode 88. Again, SpecialChronicles.com. Click on listen, then Georgia and Daniel podcast, and then click on episode 88. So there we go. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just point and listen to the show notes. Just click the link below.
Please.
Yes, to follow you on the Insta. That's what the kids say, right?
Yeah.
I'm hip with the cause.
Okay.
Kids don't say that. Kids don't say that. If there's any kids listening,
No.
we'll love you know if they say I'm hip with the cause.
Okay then.
We need to get Max and Abby on the show. Maybe they can teach us how to speak young. Yeah. How to speak like the youth.
Speak like the youth.
Yeah. We should get them on the pod and see if they can,
Yeah.
Okay. The recent snowstorm. You wanted to talk about the recent snowstorm?
Yeah. So again, please find me on.
No. You want to talk about the recent snowstorm?
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Okay. Can you hold the microphone?
Sure. Okay, so The snowstorm was so bad. I'm not just saying that I had a hard time with it. It's just I had to keep putting my shoes in my backpack, and I had a hard time putting my groceries in my bag. And to me, it was kind of fun to me, but it really wasn't my favorite wearing boots all the time, but I actually did it. And then down the line, I wanted to say thank you to all my coworkers, Eric Mutter, Shannon, and Erica Pelosi. Thank you so much for me with everything. So yeah, and I love you guys more than anything.
And then I think you also wanted to talk about your winter season sports.
Yes, actually. So this year's gonna be a little bit different. Not because I'm still currently playing basketball. I'm going back to swimming. But the most important thing is that I will be doing powerlifting. I've never done powerlifting as an actual sport before, so I wanted to send a shout out to WSSLA, which is West Suburban Special Recreation Association, to give me an amazing opportunity to do a new sport that I never tried. Thank you, Coach Kim, who will teach me the sport. So thank you, Kim, for my inspiration. And I'm very excited this week.
Awesome. Sorry, I am just trying to pull up a trailer for our next segment here. And whoops, hold on. Let's see if I muted the computer. Hopefully you all can still hear me. I am going. There we go. And I am just going to see if we can. There we go. Okay. So, babe, should we go ahead and we haven't taken a sponsor break. Should we take just a quick sponsor break?
Sure.
All right. You're listening to the
Georgia
and Daniel show on SpecialChronicles.com. When we come back, we'll talk about our review, we'll talk about a show that we've been watching on TV, a series called Young Sheldon. When we come back on SpecialChronicles.com.
We're going to take a quick break from our conversation today to learn how you can become a Special Chronicles supporter so we can continue to produce this podcast. Support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. As an independent public media podcast, Special Chronicles will always be there for you. Now we're asking you to be there for us. As a nonprofit independent media organization, we can only make programs like Special Chronicles with listener support. Our programs provide weekly, candid, honest, and inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities community that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and developmental disability community and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Please, if you and your family love our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual gift of thanks today. Support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. And now, back to the show to continue. Support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and really is powering us here at Special Chronicles to keep the lights on and our technology is powered on. As ComEd powers the lives of us, they're literally giving a voice to people with special needs. We thank ComEd for the generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd.
Are we unmuted? And
Excited about Germany. Thrilled, or should I say,
For the love of God, no more German.
Last season on Young Sheldon.
I have the opportunity to participate in a prestigious summer program at the University of Heidelberg.
He did bring in snacks.
Beer is not a snack.
My water broke. I'm in labor.
What's going on with you two?
Hey, I hear we're having a baby.
What's going on with you two?
She's here. She's tiny and perfect.
You think I'm not all in, but I am. Let's get married.
Dad, we need to get out of the car.
I am so sorry.
It's been quite a day.
Find out what comes next.
Now boarding to Frankfurt.
That's us.
The final season of Young Sheldon is coming.
Dad told me you might get nervous. They're there.
Part of CBS Premiere Week after Super Bowl 58 on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
And that was a quick review of. Whoa. Oh, all right. Let's see if we can end that. There we go. A quick review of a quick trailer of the upcoming season 7, final season 7 of Young Sheldon on CBS.
Yeah.
We recently discovered that Young Sheldon, which is, for those of you who know, it is the prequel, what do you call it?
Sequel.
No, the pre-sequel, the to the Big Bang Theory. But anyways, Young Sheldon is a sitcom, and it airs on CBS and Paramount Plus. Well, it airs on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. But recently, I think we discovered it on Netflix. Right now, seasons 1 through 5 you can watch on Netflix, which I past month or two I've been binging Young Sheldon. Season 6 will come out on season 6 will drop on Netflix on February 1st. So I'm hopefully in the next 2 weeks I will be hopefully binging season 6 because season 7 will premiere on CBS on February 15th. I'll put that in the show notes. But Young Sheldon is I thought it's a really genuine and funny show.
Yeah. I've been binge watching too. I'm on the second season, but I love it because it's the backstory of how Sheldon was really young and
Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, and I think my mom was saying that she likes the show too. It's it's about a family in what is it, the 80s or
No, they're from Texas.
no? I know, but like what time?
I don't.
Maybe
I
80s.
don't
I don't know. If you guys know, let us know. Drop it in the comments of the video episode or DM us on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel Georgia or email GeorgiaandDaniel@specialchronicles.com. But yeah, I love kind of the family atmosphere. Sheldon and his twin sister Missy, and the older brother Georgie, and then the dad George, and the mom Mary, and then their grandmother. So that their mom's So Mary's mom, Mima.
Mima.
Yes,
Mima.
there we go. I got all the cast. The main cast. There's other cast too, but I love the kind of the bond that they all kind of show, and I don't know. But my favorite two characters will probably have to be Sheldon and Missy.
My favorite is George Senior and Mima.
Huh? We have different favorite characters. So once again, you guys on Young Sheldon, my two favorite characters are Sheldon and Missy.
And my favorite is Mima and George Senior.
Awesome, and it's neat how because it's different. Like this is more of like a family sitcom. This is a different show than the Big Bang Theory, and like it's a show. This is a sitcom, a TV show that you could watch as a family. Right? I think kids can watch this. Older kids can watch this. It's a genuine like just the genuine family relationships. You'll laugh. I mean, it's just a genuine funny show that I think everybody will enjoy.
Yeah, and I also love the theme song that they did.
Yeah, the theme song is really usually most shows that if you watch it on streaming, you will want like I don't know about you, but like I feel like I just kind of skip the theme song. But like this is a theme song that's just really clever. And it's just neat. We don't have that much time because my mom's about to come. But anything else you want to say about Young Sheldon?
To me, it is completely funny. But I also loved how he had a hard time with his entire family, and I just loved it how he was finding his way through. And then once you guys go back and watch the Big Bang Theory, he found his dream. He's also a scientist.
Yeah, it's neat how Sheldon is like this child,
Special.
this child prodigy, and then like how his twin sister Missy is the opposite of him. His older brother was, not like him as well, but how they all still kind of have this lovable bond as this Texan family. So I really hope that you all enjoy and if you have not watched Young Sheldon, go check it out. It's streaming on Netflix right now. The final season 7 will premiere on CBS on February 15th, Thursdays at 8 7 Central. That's 8 Eastern, 7 p.m. Central time. And it's just a really enjoyable show that you there's even like some kind of, even though it takes place in the past, like you still kind of get that feel to it, that kind of they have like some type of connections to like what's going on in everyday life.
Fine.
No. Go. Yeah. Sorry, the ShowNotes are up on the. So yeah, I really hope that you all enjoy it. Should we kind of look to wrap up the show?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because we've just got just a few minutes left, and we need to pack up the mobile equipment here. Should we let our listeners know how they can get in touch with us?
Yes.
Okay. I don't feel like putting the stuff up, the banners up on the screen, so we're gonna kind of quickly go through this all. If they listeners want to follow you,
if you guys want to follow me on the gram, you guys can find me at Georgia
Peach.
Georgia Peach.
No, is that Peach, Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. What happened there? Ah. 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 Good. Um, I hope. Oh, sorry, folks. I think we lost audio. We're just gonna have to go with it. It's the end of the show. I just want to make sure our audio settings are all set. I think you can still hear us. There we go. All audio is all good. I don't know what happened there. We lost audio. Our microphone cable got okay. I think we need to figure out some different Bluetooth thing. I don't know. Anyways, on that note, for that one, we're just gonna load it 50 minutes into this episode. Okay. They want to follow you on the. I've got the banner. Maybe I'll just find it on here. Do I still have it? There you go. They want to follow you on the.
If you guys want to find me on the gram, it's at page Georgia22.
And if you want to follow me on the Instagram, on the Insta, and Podman Dan, PODMANDAN. And if you want to connect, if you want to follow this podcast on the Instagram and Facebook,
Daniel and Georgia.
And you can send us, you can drop us an email, to drop us a note, and I will forward it to Georgia if you email us, because now this will go to my inbox. But if you want to drop us a note, Georgia and Daniel at specialchronicles.com.
Sorry.
It's okay. Georgia and Daniel at specialchronicles.com if you want to drop us a note. And if you enjoy this podcast, you may also enjoy watching
my show, the Georgia's Kitchen Show.
specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show to find out how to watch her show. Basically, if you follow her on Instagram, then you can find out how to watch her show. And if you want to follow the weekly podcast that I host, I don't know where that panel is. The weekly podcast that I host, the Special Chronicles podcast. You can go to specialchronicles.com. Just click on listen, and you can find how to listen. The specialchronicles.com. Click on listen, and you can find that. Other podcasts that I host. And again, once again, if you enjoy this podcast and you want us to be able to continue to produce the weekly podcast that we do, first off, you can visit our merchandise store, specialchronicles.com/shop, specialchronicles.com/shop. Get our Disabled Voices Matter merch, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. 60% of the profits will go to support Special Chronicles, so we can continue to get behind the microphone. And if you want to also donate to support this podcast, specialchronicles.com/give, right? That way we can continue the podcast.
Yes.
Specialchronicles.com/give. One-time, monthly, or annual gift, and we thank you for your generous support. With that, as Georgia yawns, and I finish my coffee, we need to get on with our Sunday. Any other jokes to wrap up the episode? Any other jokes?
No.
Any other jokes?
No. Moving on.
You don't want me to say any more jokes?
No.
What about? Let's go back to the beginning. Let's hope that none of us have any. Let's hope that none of us have any coffee mishaps.
Yes.
We both cleaned it up.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So on that, hopefully we will be back next month. Maybe we'll do a Valentine's special. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll bring you on to a Valentine's special. We'll get a little candlelight podcasting for you, podcasting under the candlelight, with the candlelight. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll get some chocolate. We'll sprinkle some chocolate on top of us and have a good. It's a joke. If our parents are listening, it's a joke.
Okay.
It's not a good joke, but it's a joke. Okay. With that, remember to keep if you are not yet following the Georgia and Daniel podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, go and tap that follow button. Follow us. Subscribe to Special Chronicles on YouTube, so you never miss a new episode of the Joe. We're doing so good.
Oh my God.
So remember to keep following the Georgia and Daniel podcast, so you never miss a new episode of our adventures of our life from a different angle. You've been listening to the Georgia and.
Stop. Let me say my own name.
Wait,
And
I thought I was saying at the same time. Oh wait, no, that's not how we end the show. Oh yeah, okay. George is better at this than me at the outro. Okay.
okay.
I thought we were gonna say it at the same time. Okay, no, we're gonna do our usual outro. Okay, there we go. You've been listening to the
Georgia
and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. Whoa. Catch you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show podcast. SpecialChronicles.com to find links to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new episodes. Also, subscribe to our newsletter mailing list to sign up for updates and get exclusive content delivered to your inbox. Remember to do what you do with podcasts. Subscribe or follow and rate and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Finally, please share this episode and all of our podcasts with your friends and family to help us grow our audience, reaching 5,000 downloads of our audio podcast and over 14,000 average monthly listeners. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week with exciting new content right here on the Georgia and Daniel Show. We'll see you next week.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
Is this thing still on? This thing still on?
Yes.
If you are still watching, remember to tap that follow button and hit the bell to be notified on YouTube on this Special Chronicles channel, so you don't miss a new episode. And if you're still listening, tap that follow button on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or iHeartRadio, so you never miss a new episode of the Georgia and Daniel podcast on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll catch you